Yes, sir. Yes. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, sir, please. So, good morning, one and all, and namaste gathered in this virtual platform for this flagship program, for this UGC-sponsored short-term course in artificial intelligence in education and research. I welcome you all. Friends, since last 3-4 days, we are discussing with the different modalities, tools, and the strategies of this AI technology towards the integration in our research and teaching learning in our higher education as well as our research purpose. And couple of certain tools we have already covered with the help of some renowned experts. Today we will also going to discuss some of important aspects, that is introduction of introduction to synthesis data in the academic research with the help of one renowned expert, Mr. Kiran Das. Sir has continued his session, yesterday's session, in today's morning session. So I once again extend my warm welcome to Mr. Kiran Das to this short-term course and particular to this session. And now may I request to Mr. Kiran Das to please continue with this session. Sir, please.
Thank you, sir. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today. Yeah. So today I'll be introducing the topic of synthetic data generation or data synthesis in general, particularly in academic research. So the contents I will be covering today are listed here. So initially I'll be like putting forth the introduction on the data synthesis, its relevancy in the academic research discipline, and what are the risks and what are the significance of using the synthetic data, what are the different types of synthetic data that are available. And one important question is that is synthetic data same or different from fake data? Are they same or are they different? And also, what are the metrics to evaluate the quality of a synthetic data? Like that is to say, like quantifiable metrics. And then there is also I will be introducing the workflow on how to generate. So I will be taking up a use case and I will be demonstrating how to develop and create a synthetic data like from a given real-time data. And then I'll be introducing the different compliance frameworks where like the compliance bottlenecks. What are the frameworks, first of all? What are their demands? And how the synthetic data can be helpful or can be a hurdle during these processes. And finally, what could be the possible violations that could be there while using the synthetic data, and also in terms of publishing. So these are the topics I'll be covering today. So as I said, the data synthesis is not a very new like a topic or a technology. It is quite it has been there for quite a few years actually. And like one of the few of the companies who have actually pioneered this technology is again from IBM and again Meta. So there is actually a very good video from Mark Zuckerberg, who actually signifies the importance of data synthesis. So I recommend you to actually see that video, and also from IBM also. So they do really have good videos on explaining the significance on why we need data synthesis or why we need to synthesize data. So the definition given by IBM is stated here. So synthetic data is nothing but an artificial data that mimics real world data, and it is generated through statistical methods or through modeling using techniques like AI. The difference here is it is not a random data that is generated. It still holds statistical properties that is like relevant to the real world data set. And the key features of the synthetic data here are it preserves the statistical distribution, the data distribution it preserves, also the correlation between the variables, whether perfect or imperfect. So the point here is to incorporate even the imperfections that are there in the real world data. And then it can be used for augmentation or even replacing sometimes for real world data, which could be sensitive in nature, and also maintains privacy by design itself. So the methodology itself supports privacy. These are some of the key features of synthetic data. Now, coming to the relevancy of synthetic data. So when we come to the relevancy, how relevant is it of creating synthetic data in academic standpoint? So here are a few of the challenges in academic research. So one is we have limited access to sensitive data. For example, if you take any rare conditions, say some neurological conditions which are quite rare, so you do not have much of the data on that. For example, if you want to work on coma, or if you want to work on patients who have like let's say aneurysms, or so like such kind of patients are quite rare. So having such kind of data, and especially for a certain ethnic group, is very challenging. That is one of the constraints. So this actually can be addressed by developing data synthesis, where it can create artificial replicas by using just a small sample size. That is possible. And again, there is data sharing restriction. So when we are going to publish the work using the real-time data, there is, especially in healthcare, finance, and in other like data sets which involves very sensitive information, especially regarding logistics and people. So there are frameworks such as GDPR and HIPAA and FERPA, which actually have such constraints. So you cannot just openly share the dataset, or you cannot just work on the dataset directly and go on to publish. There are some constraints. But if synthetic data has been developed properly, there are some constraints. If it is developed properly, it does not come under the category of real data, but still holds the statistical properties of the real world data. So this balance can actually completely surpass, or it can like actually bypass these frameworks while doing the publications, provided we mention that this data is synthetic. Then again, as I mentioned, like there's a constraint of small sample size. So as I said, for few diseases, the sample size is very small. So this can also do the process of data augmentation using the synthesis data also. I will be discussing later on the types of synthesis data. Mainly there is fully synthetic, partial synthetic, and hybrid. So during the data augmentation, some like people do is they have some part of the real data and they mix it with the synthesis data to create a kind of a like a good balance of both real world while maintaining the accuracy of the synthesis or accuracy of the replica. By doing that, they would have significantly improved the sample size while still maintaining the statistical significance. And coming to the publishing crisis, so this is one of the problem in academic research. So offline, and he publishes those results. It's not always possible to reproduce the exact results what the person has done. One of the reasons is because the data set might be proprietary. So we would not be having access to the data set which he has used. So we have to take upon his word. So if he says like the elephant is white, we have to agree that the elephant is white. There is no other way. So the concept of reproducibility, the issue of reproducibility is significantly reduced if we are using synthetic data set, which we have declared in the beginning itself. It also supports open science, where there is less bias. And then the last is on the cost and time to collect new data. So again, when we are going for a new experimentation, finding like for example in the healthcare sector or in the medical research, finding a specific population of patients and having certain very specific inclusion exclusion criteria, all these things becomes a challenge to actually get into, let's say, like a clinical trial. So these kind of issues can be addressed significantly by using data synthesis. So these are use cases where the data synthesis can be used. As I said, one is in the healthcare sector, where we can simulate the patient health records from the healthcare or the hospital, or from the hospital data set, which is mostly sensitive. And then there is education. Again, there are especially the FERPA, the FERPA framework, that does not allow any research institutions which are funded by the government, any other political organization, to access specifically on the academic records and then publish it with its own affiliations. So the FERPA has some constraints regarding this specifically on the in the education sector. So there the synthetic like records can be of like very much use. Then there is social science. So when we take like demographic data, let's say like sensitive matters such as income, education, ethnicity, all these things should be taken into account like when we go for a real-time data, but this can completely be bypassed when we take a synthesized data. And then again in engineering, so there are some sensor readings which are very less, right? So like we would not be able to get sensor readings for most of the things. We can improve by using the synthetic data. Then there is business. So I think yes, like Mastercard is actually has implemented the data synthesis. It's one of the first companies to implement this technology, where when you have a financial transactions, a very small part of the data actually consists of fraud, like where the person has actually done fraud, and this pattern is very very small with the entire data set. So if a person wants to explore more on the pattern of fraud detection, the available sample is very less. So while by creating like data synthesis, this pattern or this data can be amplified. The statistical power of this data can be amplified to better study the fraud detection pattern. So this is also very useful in the financial sectors also. Also not just in fraud detection, also in other like financial ways, like in stocks, like even in such applications also these are used significantly. Okay, the next is some of the risk of anonymization. So when we even get the data, so let us say if you are using any open source data, then yes, it is already anonymized, so we don't have to really worry about it. The organization which has provided us the open source data takes the responsibility of anonymization. But if we are generating our own data, or if we are accessing our own data from our own organization, and if we are going to share it, or if we are going to publish that data, we need to anonymize. And few of the risk of anonymizations are listed here. So especially in academic background. The first is if we are going towards the medical data, right? If we have any healthcare data, first it has to go through the IRB, the Ethical Review Board. So only after it is passed through the IRB will we actually be able to anonymize. And sorry, after anonymization, it has to be passed through the IRB. Only then
Sorry to
will they
intervene, but sir,
approve whether it can be published or not. It is still equivalent. Yeah. Yes.
sir, can
Hello.
you explain what is the meaning of
Hello.
anonymization? Hello.
Okay. Anonymization basically means one. Yeah. I'm able to hear you. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One second. Okay, so basically, what anonymization means is, so let's say that you have like a patient data, where like a patient, let's say Kumar. So he is around like around 35 years of age, and he has diabetes and BP, and he has like a repeated history of cardiac attack, and he's from so and so place. Let's say he's from Andhra. So this information he is completely exposed, right? So if I'm going to see his data, I can clearly make out that this person has such and such medical history, is residing in this place. So all this information directly points to one person. So anonymization is where we hold that data. So the person X from person, like the person X from some X place, has repeated like heart attacks, is diabetic. That information of the medical or which is relevant to my study, only that part I'll take. And the personal information which is there, which is not even related to my study. So if I'm going to do like a medical research, I am not interested like whether he's like he's Kumar or he's Sridhar. But for him, it makes a difference. So anonymization is nothing but taking out the labels that could compromise the information of that participant. Any information for that matter, like personal information. Can I move forward? Okay. Okay, so the second part is on the data sharing for publication. So when we, again, while we are actually sharing the like the data set, sometimes we need to share within organizations or sometimes within labs. So during this time, there is a concept of PII, personally identifiable information. So this this is actually tagged in many of the data sets. So like many of the attributes or columns that actually expose or compromise that participant's personal information. So these can be restrictive while sharing. So while we generate a synthetic data, the algorithm specifically makes sure that this PII will not be there in any of its like columns. So that is also an advantage. Then there is reproducibility issue. So again, when we go for anonymization, sometimes what we do is we do over anonymization. For example, when we go for an MRI, so there are some people who actually take out even the like the equipments, like what can you say, like the equipments, like the specifications. Like for example, like in MRI, there is three companies, right? There is Philips and there is Siemens and there is GE, majorly. So sometimes what happens is the person who is working on, let's say, like a Philips scanner, is not entitled completely to give out the details that are there on the Philips scanner specification, because that becomes a proprietary. So the manufacturer would be having certain, what can I say, like confidential specifications, which he has actually designed that protocol or the machine. So even when we use it, such factors cannot be put out in the publication. But let us say I am I'm an engineer and I do require some technical information. I will not be able to access that. I will not be able to access that. So due to that, the reproducibility issue comes because I will not be using that feature. And when I go ahead, I will not be able to replicate the exact findings what the person who has used the Philips will be able to do it. So let's say I'm using like Siemens. I will not be able to get the exact reproducibility as the person has done with the Philips due to those small constraints. So this also can be addressed using data synthesis. The final part is on the utility of ML stacks. So there would be some bias or distortions that could affect, as I said in the previous case, there might be some factors which we unintentionally take out that could make or break a model. So such kind of factors affect the ML algorithms in a significant way. So that could be significantly using the real world, using the synthesis data. Again, coming to the methods of anonymization, like how previously people used to anonymize and how now the synthetic data is actually addressing those issues, and it is able to actually significantly do it better. So some of the points here are listed here. So first is the source. So when we try to anonymize the real world data, we actually do not try to, so we actually trying to mask, that's it. Whereas in the synthetic data, there is no concept of masking at all. So however you like you twist and turn the data, you are not going to get the personal information of that person because the data itself is not real. So that is the significant advantage why people shift over to the data synthesis. Then there is risk of re-identification. Let's say that you have actually you have created data from your hospital and you have done some research and you have sent it out. So based on few permutations, so based on few permutations and combinations, I would be able to backtrack who that person was, or I would be able to extract some kind of personal information which could compromise of the person or the participant. You cannot find the original data because they will be there no original data. Then there's data utility. So what happens is, let's say we have taken so let's say like a consensus data of the 1970s or 1960s. The data is real, but its value has diminished significantly, right? If we take now, it's not of that use. So what was the economic structure in the 1960s? It's not of that much use when you compare it to today. So the quality and the integrity of the data, the real world data, degrades in time. The utility becomes less. Whereas in the data synthesis, the structure and the statistical relationship alone is preserved. So when you actually synthesize the data, you don't have to actually have the entire data to yourself, right? You just need to have the relationship and the statistical structure, the significance of it. If you have that, you can always recreate that synthetic data even after 100 years. So that utility is still maintained. Then there is privacy compliance. So again, there are frameworks like GDPR, which mainly focuses on participants' privacy privilege. So here also it requires a regulation, whereas in the synthetic data, if done correctly and if being transparent about the methodology, it's completely exempted from the GDPR framework. Then there is ease of sharing. So that is restricted, and this is, of course, it's transparent. It is freely shareable with no major obligations once you provide the methodology. And then there is use of ML and AI. So the real data would be biased, or it can be sometimes incomplete, making it challenging for the model to train. Whereas in the synthetic data, it's not the case. But having said that, it is not very preferable for deployment. So let us say, like an example for this would be,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you in between, but your voice is breaking. Please check your microphone.
And my voice is breaking.
Yeah. And one small request: if you go a little slower, so that that would be better. Right? This is my humble request.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Sorry.
Just give me
to disturb you in between.
No problem, sir. Just give me a minute. I think there are a lot of electrical devices.
Yes.
I think that's causing
some
interference.
Some humming effect is there, sir. Some humming effect is there. So you please check it out. Yeah.
Am I audible now,
yes,
sir?
Yes, sir. And one more small request that you please go a little slower, right? Yeah, please.
Slower.
Please.
Sure, sir.
Please. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So coming back to the to the fourth point, that is the use in ML and AI. So let's say that in the real world scenario, the real data set, due to its many what can I say imperfections, it would be difficult for the model to actually be trained. Whereas the synthetic data is more model friendly in the sense, but not for deployment. And and one example I would like to give is, in the olden days, if a person had to learn a sword fight, given a sword straight away to practice, right? First, he would be given a stick to get used to his muscles. Only when he is comfortable with his muscles are trained, will he actually be given the real sword. So here in this case, the real sword equates to the deployment. So like due to the constraints in computation, due to the constraints resource of of using such models. It's not always use data all because this preserves statistical property. Once the model is trained at least to a significant level, at least to so let's say around 80 or 90%, then they will put the real world data, and then they will train. By doing this, the model's resource requirements significantly comes down. The cost of implementation significantly comes down. So this is one advantage of using synthesis data. And then there is sustainability for public release. So always the real-time data, like authorities have an obligation to to limit the access. The access is always limited, whereas in a synthetic data, it's not the case. Then there is cost and time to implement. Definitely, because in the real world data, you are taking from real. Whereas in synthetic data, you need to have an expertise to correctly and fully synthesize the data. Even a slight carelessness while synthesizing data could compromise the information from the actual data. So like an experienced professional having proper tools and the adequate environment only can have the authentic person. They actually have been in the process of developing an environment that specifically is used for data synthesis. You can actually check his interview. He has actually explained it in a very nice way. So they are actually developing an environment for data synthesis specifically. So that is the kind of seriousness what they have. And then traceability to real individuals. It is possible to trace in real world, but not in synthetic data, provided it is generated correctly. Then adoption in academia. So this is a traditional way of anonymization of real data, but it is quietly fading away, and there is an increase in the synthetic data generation, even in the academics. And it is more prevalent in sectors of health, finance, and education. So these are some of the advantages while doing anonymization among the synthetic data. So when to actually use a synthesis data? So it is not that for every given situation we can use a synthetic data. So there are a few constraints. So first is when you plan research, if your research question supports, if the data supports your research question, then yes, data synthesis would not be necessary for the major part of the time. But if your research, if the data set does not support your research question, if you require more sample size, or if you require a variety of data, then you need to consider data synthesis. Again, to what level you want to synthesize the data? Do you want the entire data to be synthesized completely, or do you want partial synthesis, or you want to have a balance of real and synthesis data? That depends again on the research question and the researcher. And then once we obtain that synthesis data, we'll analyze, model, and then publish. So these are the types of synthetic data. As I mentioned before, there are three types: fully synthetic, partially synthetic, and hybrid. So like fully synthetic explains that all the data that are generated, so it actually has no real values in it. That is called as the fully synthetic data. Partially synthetic is where some variables are real and some are synthetic. Here, what it tries to do, partially synthetic, is like one might be asking the question, what's the real difference between partially synthetic and hybrid? Because again, it's a mix of real and synthetic data set. Partially also, it's it's almost like a mix of real and synthetic data set. In partially synthetic, it tries to get a balance between accuracy and the real world dataness. So it will try to balance the real world data with the synthetic data with some level of accuracy. It will try to balance it. It will not allow one to take over the other. Whereas in hybrid, you are actually mixing both the data optimally. I hope this difference is clear. If you want me to repeat, I'll repeat.
Please repeat it.
Yeah. When you take a partially synthetic data, so in partially synthetic, there is always a balance between accuracy and the amount of like data that has been synthesized. It always tries to maintain a balance between the real data and it's a mix. It does not try to maintain a balance. It merely just mixes real and synthetic data and leaves the rest to what can say, how to define it. Just a 1 minute, please.
Kiran Raj sir, you need to check your microphone. Says something. Still, it is we are facing problem. We are not able to hear you properly. Because what is happening actually, there's some humming effect in between and some noise is still there. Whether you are using a separate microphone or
No, sir. I am not using microphone at all. I am using the system speaker actually.
Okay.
I'm wondering from where
Then just please check your audio controls. There may be something you need to basically work on. Please.
Okay.
Something wrong with the audio control maybe. This is my guess. I don't know exactly, but still there is a lot of disturbance and break in your voice. Okay, we are not able to hear you properly.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, please. No issue, sir. You take your own time.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Again, the same problem is there, sir. I don't know what is the issue. But
Am I audible now?
now it is okay.
Got
Now
it.
it is okay. Yeah.
Oh. Devices might due to the
Again,
like I'll try. So if there is a like
hello. Again there is. Hello. I hope I am loud and clear. Participants, whether you can hear me properly.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. The issue is, I think, with sir's end, probably some problem with the audio setup. Okay. Please hold on for some time. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. There's another sort of yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
I think there is a small network issue, sir. Just give me a second.
Now it is okay. I think. Yeah. Maybe some bandwidth issue, some network issue was there. Probably.
I see. Okay.
So whether you are using wireless connection, sir, or it is a wired one.
I'm using wireless, sir.
Okay. That may be. Now it is okay, sir. Now I think we can hear you properly. Yeah. Please go ahead, sir. Madam, please hold on. Okay, see, there are chartered waters and uncharted waters, right? So earlier we have seen something which you were very easy to digest. Okay, but this is equally important and very much relevant to our, you can say, the theme of the program. Okay, so we are not at all deviating. Okay, maybe those who are from not from science and technology, they will find it little bit difficult to digest. But still, I think one has to take it in the right way. And I think, yes, sir. Kiran Raj, sir, whether the issue has been resolved.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
One
Yeah,
second.
please, please. Sir, one small request once again,
Yes,
because there
sir.
are participants from varied discipline, right? I
Okay.
request you to go in such a way that as if you are addressing to a very, I hope you are getting my point, right? So
Understood.
you please go little slower. No problem. We can stretch your session maybe 10 to 15 minutes. That is not an issue, right? And please go little slow, right?
I agree, sir. थोड़ा bumper जा रहा है actually.
जी, नहीं, I understand your difficulties based on your comments. Okay, actually, it is not expected that I should intervene in between, but with the permission of the honorable speaker, right, I am giving my views, right?
Yes, yes. It will be great help, sir, if you can just explain in a very, very simple words.
No
Because
problem, ma'am. No
सच
problem.
में थोड़ा ऊपर से जा रहा है.
Okay.
जी, sir, थोड़ा सा make it as simple as possible, right?
Sure, sir. Definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, thank you for pointing that out. I'm actually happy. I'll do my best, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Please, sir. Okay.
Okay. So I will actually address to this comment. So 1 minute. Let me. Have I shared my screen?
Not yet, sir.
No, sir, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Please
Just
share
one.
your screen.
One more suggestion. It will be more beneficial
Yes.
for such participants if you can explain with the help of example side by side so that these technical words can be understood by the means of example.
Madam, at the end, please hold on. Okay, let him complete.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Okay, sir. Yeah.
I am sure that you will be satisfied, right? Okay.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Please hold
Okay.
on for some time. Be patient.
No doubt, excellent session, sir. Yesterday also we had benefited a lot. I'm sure that this will also go very.
Thank you.
Please hold on for some time. Let him complete, and definitely we will have some discussion at the end. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Kiran Raj, sir, it is over to you now. Your slides are visible, sir.
Yes. Okay. Given by Ms. Bhattacharjee. So you're from the literature background, right? Yeah. So
Yes,
I would
sir.
like
Yes,
to ask
sir.
you a question. So let's say that I want to understand the. So let's say I want to understand the mentality of, let's say, like a king of the 6th century. How those people were. Would you be able to give me a very clear definition? I want to understand how the lifestyle or how the people's mentality was during that time. Would you be able to give me a clear or even like a more meaningful indication or description? Would that be possible?
Sorry, sir.
Very much difficult, right?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I couldn't get you.
Yeah, so it would be very much difficult, right? Sorry?
Sir, I
Hello?
couldn't get you.
Okay, let me repeat again.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. My voice is audible, right?
It's little cracking.
Hello?
Your
Yes,
voice
sir, it
is
is audible.
cracking, sir.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
breaking in
See,
between.
okay. See,
Your voice
my
is breaking,
question.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. So see, like my question to Dr. Bhattacharjee is,
Yes, sir.
you're from a literature background, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I would like to ask you a question where I want to know, let's say, like a poet, let's say about Pampa or Ranna, right? Who's really old. He's from ancient times, right? Like from the 2nd or 3rd century, if I'm not wrong. A very old person. I want to know more about his lifestyle or more about the people of that era using the literature. Can I get an
Okay, sir.
like a more clear description, the available resource?
Lifestyle of the 6th century kings.
Yes, kings and even the like the intellectuals during that time.
Okay, okay, sir.
No, like is it possible?
Sir, kings during 6th century, if I want to say the royal residency, suppose, or the political life, they ruled over the large territories, and with the help of ministers, generals, spies, they held court, or which was
Yes,
known
those
as
things you
darbar.
can say.
Sir?
Yes, definitely those things you can tell. That I'm not like asking. So I want to know in detail, would you be able to describe, let's not say sixth, let's say around like first or second century.
Okay. Is it?
It would be relatively difficult, right?
Yes,
My
sir. Yes,
point
sir. It
being
will
to
be
here,
relatively very difficult.
yeah.
Yes.
So here, what we will like, so like what we are trying to accomplish here is, we have a very small information about these people and
Yes, sir.
about their mind. Now,
Yes,
if
sir.
we
True,
take
sir.
just that,
Yeah.
that small information, what we have, amount of information, right? But we have, see, for example, to like to make
Sir,
to
can't hear
change
you
the
properly.
flavor of the milk, you just need a small teaspoon of sugar, right? Now I'm audible. Hello, hello.
So voice
Am I
break
audible?
issue is
Oh,
there from your
Voice
side.
breaking, sir.
Like
Voice breaking.
What is the problem?
am I audible now?
I think some network issue is there, sir.
Okay, just a second. Yes.
You please check it out. Okay.
Oh God. Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Am I
Yes,
audible
sir.
now?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
But in
Yes,
between,
yes, sir.
again, the voice starts.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes,
like
sir.
what I'm trying.
Again breaking.
Okay. Okay. Sure. See, what I'm trying to say here is, I'll be quick here. See, at this, the property of the milk changes. For that, you just need to have a small teaspoon of sugar to understand how milk and how sugar reacts. The same way, we have huge amount of data, but we have very ingredients to actually understand that. So when we take the small amount of information, the actual historical information, let's say of the first or second century, and when we actually train it to be available, let's say, for example, like the milk, the data like sugar, and current technology like milk, whether the sweet to test it on. So what you do is, I'm going to take that sugar, I'm whether that sugar is sweet or sour. In the same
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
way, I'm going to take that very limited. I'm still audible. Oh,
Can't understand anything.
am I audible now?
Sir, you are audible,
Hello.
but sir, you are audible, but after 2-3 minutes, the voice is continuously breaking.
Uh,
Sir, you are audible for a while, and then
I'm
and after some
really.
time,
I do not know actually what to do. I'll.
Sir, you do one thing, one
Oh
small
God.
request. That is, you leave the meeting and again rejoin. Let's see whether it works or not. Maybe some issue with regard to
Hello.
the connectivity issue is there, sir. Connectivity issue is there.
I'm just not understanding. Just give me 1 minute, sir.
Yes, yes, please, please, please. No problem, sir. No problem, please. Dear participant, please hold on, right? Okay. Don't type no audio because he is not speaking at this point of time. Okay. Please hold on for some time. He is trying to resolve the issue. Right? Panic. Don't be panic. Please, please hold on.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now audible, sir. Now audible. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, I
Yes,
think
sir.
there is
Please.
okay, I don't want to take up more time. I'll just straight get to the point.
Yes, sir.
So
Please.
just trying to address that one question and I'll move ahead because it was put up. See, the example what I was trying to give you is I just want to know the quality of the sugar, the property of the sugar, whether the sugar is going to be sweet or salt. So for that, what I and will see whether the sugar is tasting sweet or salt. That you can only test when you mix it with another ingredient, right? Or when you mix it with milk, you can understand. Likewise, the small data set which you have, let's say of the first or the second century, when you create a synthesis data and when you train it into the model will give you the descriptions of the people or of the mentality or what you are seeking. So the use case in terms of literature comes like this. I hope I have, so I'll move ahead. Okay. All right. So coming to the, the important question is synthetic data different from fake data? Okay, so there are few aspects here on what aspects can we differentiate synthetic from fake data. The first is the definition. See, the synthetic data mimics the real world. It does not fabricate. It does not create something which does not exist. It is merely mimicking the real world data structure. Whereas the fake data is actually fabricating the value, which means that it is saying that it is real value, it is real data, and it is created values which are not existing. See, that is the difference between synthetic and fake data. See, for example, there is no like people will not get angry if they buy so let's say like a polyester shirt. If they buy a polyester shirt saying that that shirt is made of polyester, there is no problem. But if that same shirt is actually polyester, but they say that this is a pure cotton or a silk shirt, then that is fake. That is wrong. I hope this difference is clear. The synthetic data mimics the existing real world structure, whereas the fake data, it says that it is real data, but it is arbitrarily or it is fabricating new values in the name of real data. That is fake. And there is scientific use. So again, this is since it mimics the real world structure, it can be used for modeling and also for preserving the privacy. Whereas the fake data often leads to biased results, or it is kind of misleading. And again, one true characteristics of the fake data is it cannot be replicable. So if I am creating a fake data and if I have arrived at some finding, the other person cannot come to that same finding because the data would be fabricated. So that is another point in differentiating a synthetic data versus a fake data. Then there is ethical standing. So there is transparency in the way I have generated my synthetic data, and there is also I'll be explaining about the limits. I will also be indicating what are the limits of my synthetic data. Whereas in the fake data, no such things are there. It is in India. There is concept of transparency there. It is completely, what can I say, like misaligned. Then there is like, for an example, if like a synthetic data would generate patient information with real world, like vital, there is B, there is sugar, it will try to mimic the characteristics of that patient population. Whereas in fake data, say that majority of the people had the 180 cross 80 BP. So that is fake. Okay, I'm audible. All right. Okay, then these are some of the generative models which we are using. These are few of the generative models which are used to create synthetic data. And here, for the purpose of generality, I will only be demonstrating those who have an essence for technical, or those who are comfortable with coding, programming. There are also like myriad available options. We can actually go. One is the synthetic data vault. So that's an open source Python library which is quite advanced. There is a and then there is these are actually programmable tools in synthetic data who can explore into that. AI. That's a commercial web tool. Okay, so this is the general workflow involving data synthesis. So I will give a sample. So this is demonstration. First is I would hello, hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Okay, all right. Hope I was not lost anytime soon, right? Was there any problem?
Yes, audibility issues are there. And the screen sharing is also stopped.
Okay. Okay. Is it visible now? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Still your voice is breaking, sir.
So I'll be like demonstrating a use case here. Here. Okay. You know, really perplexed, sir. I don't know what to. Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
are
hello.
audible, sir. But after some time, your voice
All
get
right.
breaks up.
Okay. So coming to that. Okay. Good. My best. So here I'm doing a demonstration here on how to create a synthetic data. So here I have gone to healthdata.gov. So this is a government website maintained by the US Department. And here I'm taking for us, this is a real data. This is an existing data that has been provided by the US Department of Health and Human Services. Okay. This is on the COVID-19 estimated beds, inpatient beds by every state. Okay, this is the data is there. So I will take this link and share it across the chat section. From your share it across the chat. Please open it and download the data. So once it is downloaded, please let me know. Am I audible now?
So voice break issues are there because of which we are not able to hear you clearly and understand what you are.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, sir,
Hello?
but in between there is a voice break issue.
Sir, if possible, sir, connect through your mobile phone, sir. Your voice, you can connect through your mobile phone using the Zoom, and you can share the screen through laptop.
Hello? Okay. If you're able to hear me, can I proceed with the demonstration?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. So in the chat, I have actually sent you a link to the actual data set. So this is a real-time data set that's on the COVID-19 on the estimated inpatient beds. So this data is a real data that is provided by US Department of Health and Human Services. Okay, so this is a real data. And please download the data. In the meanwhile, go to a website called app.mostly.ai.
Sir, where you have shared the link, sir?
In the chat. In the chat, sir.
Will you please once again copy it, sir? I am not able to see it actually in my chat. Okay.
Sure, sir.
For extracting the data, first link.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to share the data link? Fine.
Data link.
I shared, sir.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So once the data is downloaded, meanwhile, please visit this website. So this is app.mostly.ai. There is a procedure to log in and through your Gmail account. So you can apply for the free version. Please let me know if I can proceed. You need to come to this page, like home page. Once you have come to that, please let me know. You will find somewhat like this page. Once you have arrived, please let me know.
Sir, after clicking on the link, which data we have to download?
Actually, it is mentioned here. It's the same data itself. You would be seeing this page, right? COVID-19 estimated inpatient bed. In that, there is an option called export. On the complete right-hand side, you will find an option called export. So just click on that. You'll get an option whether you want to download it in CSV or in other format. Just download it in CSV. Okay. If everyone has done, can I proceed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Also, in the meanwhile, has everyone like logged into the mostly.ai app?
Yes, sir.
This page is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, excuse me. Actually, when you send the data extraction link, sir, my meeting is my meeting is exiting, sir. Is it possible to once again please share that
Yeah,
earlier
sure.
the earlier chat is going, sir. Now I will copy it somewhere. I will copy it somewhere.
I see. Okay. This is the link, sir. Can I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this page, there are two aspects here which you need to do. One is on the generator part, and then there is a synthetic data generation. There are two aspects here. Always remember there are two components here. To train a generator means you're taking your actual data. This is like a database. It's like a metadata. So you take one data set, then you attach another. So you can attach multiple data sets. Then you can run your AI algorithm, your generative AI algorithm on these data sets, and you can create a template, kind of a template. Based on that template, you will be generating a synthetic data. So it's a two-step process. So let me start with the first part. So in the middle option, what you see, to train a generator. So click on that. So you'll be having two options. One is the upload file and one is the connect to source. So if you are connecting to a real-time data, let's say like for a BSE, like a Bombay Stock Exchange or something like that, then you can actually connect it to the real-time data itself directly. So it will create synthetic data in time sensitive. So that option is there. Or else, like for a static data set, you can go to upload file. You'll get this dialog. In that, again, click on this gray box and click on the data which you have downloaded and click on open. Once you do that, you will get an option called proceed. Click on proceed. Up to here, it's done.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, a little slow, please, because I'm at that verification stage only. Email is verified. Just give me a minute. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Email verification, you have to go to your actual Gmail account and open it from there. You would have gotten an email. So in there, you would have got a link. You have to open the link from your Gmail account.
Sir, should I click on link your account? To
Just
link your Google account, my email ID?
1 minute. 1 second. you
Follow
would
this.
have like this. Log into mostly.ai. This green.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, correct. So just click
Link.
on this.
So should I click on, if I click link your account, no, it is not coming.
No. Like below. So there is a green button, right? So click on that.
1 minute.
Just below that text, you have an
Link your
option
account,
called.
no? Link your account, no, sir. Mostly I got below that to link your Google account, my email ID they have given, and to your mostly AI account, click below or follow this link.
Yeah.
So if I click on that green thing, link your account, it's not coming, sir.
It comes like this.
Okay.
No. Like once
Yeah,
it comes.
that has come. Data access to everyone.
So you're able to get.
No, I'm stuck over there. Data access and data insights for everyone. That's it. There is no link or there is no button as if.
Can you share your screen, man?
Yeah. Sir, is it visible?
No, I think it's still loading. Yeah, 1 minute.
It is. I have come to
Yes.
this page. Data access.
Yeah. So here you need to go to your inbox.
Again, mail.
Yeah. Can you please go? You need to go to your inbox, and you need to again check if you have that. You can unshare and you can do that exercise.
Inbox.
Step. Yeah.
So I was here in this link your account.
Yeah.
I think it's expired. The link in this email expires in 5 minutes.
Has it been more than 5 minutes?
Not exactly.
Then could you please click on that again?
Link your, then that the dashboard comes. Yeah, this data access.
Yeah. Can you please open the terms of service?
Okay.
No, this actually is. Can you close it, madam?
Yeah.
Just go to login.
Login.
So there is login and there is sign up, right?
So I go in login. Okay. Then again, same thing, sir. I started from here only. I typed my email ID and same thing.
Can you try it with login with Google? Since that is a Gmail account, right? Review profile.
Review profile?
Yeah.
No, same thing is coming.
Okay. Like what are the other windows? Like the other tabs which has
everywhere that mostly is opening, no, every time I click on this link, this, no, every time this mostly is coming.
You have
2-3 times I tried.
multiple times you have opened. That's the thing. Okay, ma'am, just give me some time. Since this call is being recorded, right? I will again come back to you at the end of the session because the others are waiting.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sorry for that. Okay. Because that's going to take some time. That's why. So here, coming back to the process here, has everyone arrived to this page?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So here, when you expand, you can actually see the columns here. You can actually explore the data, what kind of a data it is, what are the variables here, all these things you can see. And this is what I meant by metadata. So you can add multiple tables like this to create kind of a metadata here. And this entire metadata can be sent to your AI, generative AI algorithm to create a template. Okay, but to avoid complexity, I'm just going to have this one data only. I'm not going to have multiple data. So you can see that this has around 1612 rows. And the next part I will be doing is, I will be going to this option, configure models. So basically what this does is, this is to give you an idea on the AI model, what AI model you need to use and how it is going to go. So the first part is the, like on the model size. So whether you want a small, medium or large model. So I would take a small model. Since this is for an illustrative purpose, I'm going to take a small model. But when you are actually doing your real research work, I would suggest for a medium or a large. But keep in mind that you have a limited credits. You have a 5 credits for daily usage. Every day, this again gets resetted. So for a day, you just have around 5 credits. So be careful of this. Then the next option is the compute. So I have taken the minimum one, which has around 14 CPUs with 26 GB RAM. So that is the compute which I am taking to train this model. There are others, you can take them, but again, be mindful of the credits you are going to use. So I have taken the minimum one. Then there are training parameters. So again, before doing this, there are 3 options here: accuracy, speed, and turbo. So when you want to generate your synthesis data, your synthetic data, there are 3 options that are given. Whether you want a very accurate synthesis data, or you want to prioritize on speed, or you really want to do like a rapid prototyping, right, for a rapid generation. So for the purpose of demonstration, I am going to select turbo. So you can see that the time span has changed to 1 minute. If you are going for an accuracy, it's 2 hours. This will take around 2 hours to generate the synthetic data, or the trainer for the synthetic data. So this is going to be very accurate and very robust. The speed it reduces to 10 minutes. Won't be that accurate, but still you will get a fair bit of idea about the data what you're going to work on. Turbo is extremely fast. So it's going to train in just under a minute. And likewise, there is a compromise on the accuracy. So you can make this decision based on your circumstances. So here the maximum training time is 1 minute. Maximum sample size, I will give the entire 1612 rows. The epochs, I'll keep it as 100. Batch size, I'll keep it as all default. Then there is one aspect called as differential privacy. So if you see here, this is what it means, differential privacy. I will explain this concept like when I come to the explanation part. So ideally what it means is, if you're going to backtrack the synthetic data, you should not be able to get the individual's actual information. That is the point here. So I keep it as on. So differential privacy, I would like to keep the factor on. And then there is flexible generation. I'll keep it as on. Then there is value protection. And then there is model report. So I'll keep these things and I will start to train. So once that is done, you will be able to see here the training status. So it has first fetched the training data, then it has analyzed the data. Now it's encoding the data. Then now it's training the AI model with this compute. I hope everyone are on the same page.
Sir, please will
Yeah.
you tell the steps once again? Just because after we loaded the data and then we did, I will say that what I did. After we loaded the data, then we was to click on configure models.
Yes.
And after we click on configure model, there the rows are coming, which you showed that number of rows are coming, and below that was add table. After that, what you did, from where you are doing all these adjustments, how this came, this is not coming.
Sir, same with me. After clicking configure data directly, this page that is visible on the screen that came data insights and model samples and all.
Okay. I need to go back again. I'll show it again.
Sir, it is simply impossible to entertain individually, right? So what you, sir, you repeat the process once again so that everybody can.
Yeah, sir, we'll write it down. You just repeat
They
the
can note
process,
it
we'll
down, and
write it down.
later on they can do it on their own.
Yeah, yes, sir. We'll write it down step by step, and then we'll do on our own, sir.
That would be better, madam, because the group size is quite high. We are having around 80 participants in the meeting.
Absolutely
right?
correct, sir. But let the instructions prompts be specific, so we can try.
He will repeat it. Sir, Kiran Raj, sir, you are requested to please repeat the process once again. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay. So everyone, I hope they are on this page, right? It's on the home page of mostly.ai. So from here, I will be starting.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Right? Yeah. So there are 3 options here. That is connect your data source, use your data, and generate synthetic data. So in mostly.ai, there are 2 aspects here. One is training your model first. And based on the model trained, you will generate the synthetic data. So there are 2 steps here. There are 2 stages. So I'm going to first do the stage 1. Stage 1 is use your data to train a generator. So I'll click on this. And here again, there are 2 options. I will upload the file from my local hard drive where I have downloaded the CSV file. So I'm going to upload. So I'll get a green dialog box here. I'll click on that. So this is the CSV file which has been downloaded in my local hard drive. I'll take that and I'll open. So once I do that, so this is the data set. I'll proceed. This is the option to proceed. So I'll do that. It is loading. Once it's loaded to 100%, you can see that the page changes to generators. From home, it has come to generators under the workspace. And in the generators, I have expanded this arrow. So here you can see that there are total 1,612 rows. Then there are table columns. So here I have the option to include or exclude the like the specific columns which I want or don't want. Okay. And these are the different columns that are there in the taken data or in the considered data. Now on the top right hand, there is an option called configure models. I will click on that. So the page will again change. So here there is an arrow mark. I will expand this. So you will get these options. Up to here, is it okay? All right, I'll
Sir, show the arrow once again.
Configure model. Where is that? Like configure model. We have configure data option.
No, that's
That
in
is
the previous page. So in the generator, once you have imported the data, once you have uploaded the data into the tool, on the top right hand side, there is configure models.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So once you go to configure models, another page will open. Click on the arrow mark here on the data. If you click on the arrow mark on the data, it will expand for some parameters. You need to set some parameters here. So the first thing is, in the interest of time, and since this is for the purpose of like demonstration, I'm going to keep it to turbo. Now, what this means is there are three ways in how the model can be trained. One is to prioritize on accuracy. So if I want a very accurate synthesis of data, that takes around 2 hours, 120 minutes to train train the model and create the synthesis data. So if I go for speed, it still takes 10 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll go for turbo. So for turbo, it will just take 1 minute to train the model. That's it. So I'll go for turbo, but it will have the least accuracy. So this is always a trade-off which one has to do. So while you are actually doing your real research work, I would recommend you to go for accuracy all the time. Okay. So once after selecting turbo, you will see that it has changed to 1 minute. The training time has changed to 1 minute. Next, we will concentrate on the model, which model we want. There are three models. One is small, medium, and large. So again, I'm going to select small. This is a fairly simpler model. And then there is compute. In compute, again, there are different computes available. I will take the minimum one, 14 CPUs with 26 GB. And here there are different training parameters. So again, here the maximum training time is I have put as 1 minute. The total sample size is 1612 rows will be taken for training. And these are epochs. Epochs is nothing but the number of times you are sending the data into the algorithm. That is called as the epochs. So I am sending it 100 times into the algorithm. I'm sending the entire data 100 times into the algorithm for efficient training. Then there is differential privacy. So this is one metric where we evaluate it. We evaluate the privacy. So how effectively should it maintain the privacy of the samples or not? I'll keep it as on. So what this will do is it will add a bit of noise into the data so that it would be very difficult for you to backtrack the original samples. Then there is flexible generation. So again, there are a few constraints here. Then there is value protection. So yeah, so these are few of the constraints, like parameters which I have set it as on, all of by default on. And there is model report. Once all these things has been set, particularly turbo, please make sure of it. I will go to start training. Now, once I do that, my credits will go back again. So please let me know if all of you have arrived to this part. Can I proceed to start training?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll go to start training, which is available on the right-hand side, top right-hand side. So I'll click on that. So under the training status, yeah, under the training status, you will see that first the tool has fetched the data, then it has analyzed the data, it has encoded the data. Now it is training the data in the AI model, which we have given. So the model has been trained and the report has been generated. Now it's creating the model report. And the generator has been developed completely. And you can see that here, the accuracy is 38%. It's very less. The reason is because we have used a we have used a turbo. So the accuracy has severely been compromised. That is one thing. And then there is cosine similarity. Again, this measures how the synthetic samples are actually matching to the real world in terms of dimensional embedding. So one represents a very high similarity, which signifies a very high quality synthetic data, and tending towards zero is low quality. Then there is discriminator. So again, discriminator is how well are you able to discriminate the real data from the synthetic data. So close to 50% actually says that it is indistinguishable from the real data, but 99% says that it is quite distinguishable. So because we can also see that it's in the accuracy also, right? Like 38% accuracy, we can say that yes, the real data, the synthetic data would have some difference with the real data. Then there is distance. So it's the average distance between the synthetic samples to the nearest training samples. So this is mainly used for the like to ensure the privacy here. So since we had put an option of differential privacy there, so which means that the two samples will not be like very much connected to each other with the real and the synthetic. These are few of the parameters here, which actually like it gives you a brief idea about the data that has been synthesized. And if you want to take that as a code, as an API, the code is available here to download. Okay. So once this is done, has everyone completed this part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once this is done,
Yes, sir.
there is an option called generate data. So I will click on that. Has everyone clicked on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See here so this part is actually, if you see on the left hand side of the bar, there is synthetic data set. It comes down to the synthetic data set. So the previous part, what we did was training the AI model. Now we are going to generate the actual synthesis data, synthetic data from the trained model. That is the output from the model. Okay. So here the first prompt what it is giving is how many number of rows you want to generate for your synthetic data. So I would say I do not want 1600. I just, let's say around 500 rows. I want around 500 rows to generate. My new synthetic data should have around 500. Then there is conditional generation. So let's say that you want to start at some point, right? You can have a seed data set here. This is when you have multiple tables and multiple data sets and you want to generate from a particular seed. When you randomize the generation, you have a seed, right? The RNG. That is in terms of data, you can have this file. You will have that option. I'm not doing that. Then there is sample controls. I am leaving it by default. Then there is fairness. That is if you want like any specific columns to have equal distributions. Like, so statistically, is it fair or not? So for that option, there. I'm not going to involve this. Then there is rebalancing. So like the distributions, whether like in a categorical data, if like 2 or 3 categories are having like same number of samples or equal distributions of their samples, is it there or not? That you can check for each column, like state and geocode, because these two are the categorical columns. So you have an option for these two categories. Then there is imputation. So in case there are data which is missed, if there are any missing values, So which like column you want to take and what you want to imply. So that also you can do in terms of missing value. Data imputation option also is there here. I'm not going to do that. Then there is data report that I have kept it as on. Now, after this, when we start for generation, it will start generating. So can I proceed? If everyone has come to this point, can I proceed to?
Sir, so we are only
Yes,
changing
sir.
the sample size and we are doing nothing else. Others we are remaining as they are. And then we will move on.
Yes, ma'am. In the interest of time, actually, I am not getting into these parts because going deeper into this actually will take time. Okay, but these are actually important. See, if you have a data, if you have your own data, and if you want to do a data imputation, definitely it's required. These are the options that are available. But here, what I'm emphasizing is on the entire pipeline. I want to start from the finish and I want to come to the end result with the most minimum steps possible. So that's my objective here. But if you want to make it more robust, if you want to make it a more complex pipeline, definitely, yes, one can do it. But in the interest of time, I'm having the minimum steps that are possible to go to the next stage. Fair enough?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once you have changed these, I will go to start generation. So I will generate the synthetic data. So by clicking on this option, at generation status, you can see in progress. So it has created the data. It has created the tabular report and it has created the data here. This is the data. This is the synthetic data that is there. So just by looking at the data, you can make out that yes, it does look very much similar to the real data, but keep in mind that this is not the real data. This is the synthesized data. Keep that in mind. And once that is done, this is the model report. You can go to model report. You can also go to data report. So before getting into this, the synthetic data is available to download on the top option. There's an option called download synthetic data. Just click on that. So again, there are three options available. Formats. You can download it as a CSV. So download as a CSV. And this is the data which you get. Okay. There is some.
Sir, otherwise try to open with Notepad++.
Sorry?
Notepad++ also can open, sir.
Yeah, but this is actually extract. I need to extract this. 1 minute. Yeah. It's not coming.
Sorry, Excel format is open, sir.
Is it open?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I'm having some problem with my version of the MS Office. 1 minute. Just try to open it in WordPad to see how that goes. So this is actually the data which is there.
Now
so
it is open,
just,
sir. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the data that has been generated. I just wanted to show you the data. And to analyze the data, there is an option called data report. So just go to that. click on that. So another new page will open where it actually gives you the description of how well the data has been synthesized. Yeah. So this is the data. So the gray indicates the original data. Okay. And this is the synthetic data. And this is the difference. So you can see that diagonally, yes, there are big blocks of correlations, whereas here is light variations. That is the state to state and the percentage of NTS estimated. These are actually light. So these are also light. So there are few like patterns that has been extracted significantly. For example, there's total LL, total inpatient beds against the like the collection rate and percentage LL. This is actually bright, right? It has a high correlation. This high correlation has been like captured by the synthetic data also. So these two are actually having high correlation, and the difference is also is there. Right, so at least to some extent, it has actually captured the characteristics, the statistical characteristics of the original data. Okay, that you can make out from the correlation matrix. Then there is univariate distribution. So for each of the column, you have the distribution and the intervals here. So you can see that it is, in some cases, it's almost replicated, right? For example, there is total inpatient beds. So there is a peak and it goes down. So there is a declining trend. You can see the same trend that has been captured by the synthesis data also. Likewise, there is like percentage of UL. Again, in the original, there is a sharp increase and there is a decline. This is same replicated by the synthetic also. Maybe not that sharp as the original, but definitely the pattern has been captured. So likewise for the count, and then again for the percentage LL, yes. This has also, like the original has almost like a skewed distribution, like a normal distribution, which the synthetic also has mimicked to some extent, at least like recognizable extent. And these are the bivariate distributions. So bivariate is where it gives you the combination, like the count UL against the inpatient beds. So how effective was it in synthesizing? So are they any similar or are they different? So that also can be visualized through the bivariate distribution. These are for all the combinations. For all combination of columns, you have specific graphs. So you can see every combination, whether it has been like mimicked properly or not, like synthesized properly or not. And these are finally the like the correlation matrix of the bivariate matrix itself. Okay, these are in terms of graphs, and these are in terms of distributions, like correlation matrix. So this is the report of the synthesized data that's created by the mostly.ai. If you still want to go further into it, so you can always take up one through the separate statistical tool. So I would suggest there is one tool called as JAMOVI, JAMOVI. So this is a statistical tool. You can take that and you can explore it more better. So you can just go here, can open and hold on 1 minute. Yeah. CSV file, and what I will do is just copy paste the path. I think there is some problem here. Going to browse, and this is the real data what I have taken. So first I'll see how the real data looks like. It's opening here. Okay. So here I'll go and There is a concept for descriptive statistics here. I'm not getting that. Not this. Hold on 1 minute. Just a minute. Yeah, it is free. Jamovi is free. It's free to use.
Participant, any question, please ask.
Sir, to be very honest, I understood many of the things, but many of the things are not clear also. So in the assignment, if that is given, please give some steps also, sir. So the path will be clear for us.
Okay, we will upload the reading material or any assignment on LMS.
Okay.
Sir, I just have a request.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because as I'm from English literature background, so I find the things which sir has explained a bit difficult. So please allow us more time to submit the assignments.
Okay, madam.
That is only my request, sir. Otherwise, I have uploaded all the assignments within stipulated time only.
Okay, madam, we will think on you.
Yeah, please, sir, please.
We have scheduled another assignment for the today's. You can check the LMS. Okay. That has been already announced in the group. That is discussion on the national integration paper of on the AI. So there will be assignment on that, not for particular session. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And one more request, sir, as discussed just a while ago, that please give us the steps to use this app.mostly.ai. So we
Yeah,
can
ma'am. What
easily go
we
through.
can do, ma'am? What we can do? We will share a video. Okay.
Best.
We will try. Yes, we will trying
Very,
to
very good
upload
idea.
the video.
Yeah.
Whatever
Thank you,
maybe the
sir.
sessions are conducted, we are trying to upload the videos because videos getting some space. So we have to upload in the first in the YouTube, and then we will share the link. Okay.
Yeah. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir, very helpful for us because we are from non-computer background and we are here having very difficulty in understanding with only once when it is shown, we are not catching up and then we are having difficulty to make the assignments.
I will agree with you, ma'am. Yes.
Is the session over, sir?
Please wait for 1 minute only. I think sir is disconnected. As Mr. Kiran sir has joined, we will conclude the session. Okay. Okay, so participants, one assignment is uploaded as announced by Professor Atik sir in our group. That is a discussion, critical discussion on that national integration strategy for AI. That paper has been already shared in our LMS and the WhatsApp group, and you have to write a write-up in 750 to 800, 700 to 750 words. The steps and the instructions are already uploaded in the LMS. You can please go through that and complete your assignment by tomorrow 5 p.m. Okay. And if there will be some delay in the submission of assignment, your marks will be deducted accordingly. So with this, we will stop now here and meet sharp at 2 p.m. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank
So
you.
we'll stop now here. Meet after in the afternoon session sharp at 2 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.